Can you guys hear me? Test, what's up? What's up? Appreciate you guys joining me on this Friday morning from the golf course here at North River. Little practice action. Be here for like 15 minutes, all right? Talk about a couple things before I tee off. So, what's up? Let me know where you guys are watching from inside the comment box. Appreciate you guys being here. Thank you so much for joining me, for subscribing to the channel. Today I'm playing with my men's group. It's a little 7-iron. Haven't really warmed up that much. In fact, I haven't even really played too much golf, although that shot was money. I haven't played that much this year. Just, life sometimes changes a little bit. It's not a nice shot. But I wanted to talk about recruiting. So this weekend, Alabama is hosting 2 prospects that look very promising. Ty Haywood, who is a 5-star tackle out of Denton, Texas. And then Keelan Russell, who is a quarterback, also out of the Lone Star State, that is committed to SMU. And I think when you look to recruiting for Coach Kalen DeBoer, now is a perfect opportunity to showcase his ability now that everything is set up for him here in Tuscaloosa. I think over the last couple of months, it's kind of been more reactive, and he's still done a really good job. But I think now that he's set in place, he can really flex on his new ideology for Alabama football, which I think is the same. And like we've talked about before, just because the dude is nice doesn't mean that he doesn't have a fire in his belly, right? I mean, I think that when you look to top coaches in college football, it's amazing to think about. People are quick to say Dan Lanning, Steve Sarkisian. Well, he's undefeated against each of those coaches. Lincoln Riley as well, right? This is a little gap wedge. Nice and easy. So, look, I don't know the latest on Ty Haywood. I think he'll be blown away once he gets here and sees the facilities and gets an idea about working with Coach Kapilovic. I think on defense, Mo Lindquist is a guy who jumps out. And then the offensive staff, I mean, Nick Sheridan, I've been impressed with him. Kapilovic is so underrated. And Shepard, right? I think those guys can quickly tell you that they're going to develop you to get you ready, not only for college football, but eventually for the next level, the NFL, right? I was reading an article talking about Keelan Russell coming to visit Alabama and the fact that he met with Nick Sheridan. Look, everyone understands Nick Sheridan coming to Bama is a huge jump for him, just as it was for Tommy Rees coming from Notre Dame to Bama. I felt that the stage was too big for Tommy Rees. We've talked about that several times. And they were able to skate by, still get to, the college football playoffs. But I think with Nick Sheridan, I didn't like those last 2 shots. He has Coach Kalen DeBoer behind him, and it's Coach Kalen DeBoer's offensive system, along with Jamarcus Shepard and Nick Sheridan working together. There we go. So that's why I'm more confident in Nick Sheridan. Plus, I heard Jalen Milroe himself say that he has a really great continuity with Nick Sheridan. So for Keelan Russell coming in as a 2025 guy, looking at Alabama's quarterback room, look, there's going to be competition. Yuck. There's going to be competition everywhere you go, though. You look at Alabama's quarterback roster right now. Jalen Milroe, Ty Simpson, Dylan Lonergan, Austin Mack. Can you guys hear me okay? Yeah, appreciate you guys. What's up? Happy Friday. Roll Tide to you guys. Appreciate you guys. Right? And I think Reese sucked too. He just wasn't ready. Plus, I think it was over his head. This is a hybrid right here. Ooh, doggy. That sounded good. And then in terms of, I think Derek Meadows is a name to watch in terms of a linebacker. That could be one guy to commit. And then you also have Dejon Lee, who is a 5-star corner. So look, we talk about this all the time, like the rankings. I'm not worried about the rankings right now, or do I ever? Because I know that Alabama's going to get their 5 stars. And the way that Coach Kalen DeBoer has already recruited the transfer portal, 2024, 2025, 2026, shows me what's to come. And that is going to be a coach that can recruit at the highest level, and a coach that can develop players to go to the NFL. I mentioned this yesterday on my show. I think Nick Saban stole the show for the NFL draft because of his delivery, and he was on ESPN. But I mean, how many guys did Coach Kalen DeBoer send to the NFL as well? Right? All sorts of guys. I think DeBoer's ready. The challenges are going to be really high for everybody. Talked about this. Let's go over it again. The first 5 quarterbacks that Alabama faces all have experience. I like the timing of these games too. Right? So you got Western Kentucky, 6 p.m. primetime games. So many eyes are going to be on Alabama taking on TJ Finley. Week 2, you got South Florida, Byron Brown. That game's also at 6 o'clock. Both games out against the lights, like under the lights. That's a 6. Dug in a little bit, but I still like it. And then you have Wisconsin, which will be at 11. Nobody likes that time slot. That's going to be a challenge. Tyler Van Dyke, experienced quarterback. Then you got Georgia 2 weeks later. Some are saying that Carson Beck could be the top quarterback in next year's NFL draft. I don't know about that, but I know he's going to be really good, and maybe sometime we'll look at his wide receivers. Then you got my boy Diego Pavia from New Mexico State, right? He transferred to Vanderbilt along with Jerry Kill, who's the new head football coach there. So those are 5 experienced quarterbacks that you're playing from the jump. Hit this driver real quick. Last thing I want to touch on real quick before we tee off, let the big dog eat for just a second, is the basketball team, okay? Yeah, I appreciate you guys hitting the thumbs up. Thank you so much for being here. I love you guys. Appreciate you guys. This basketball team, okay? Like, you guys love basketball. You guys deserve to have good things. This basketball team, this is the dream roster. Now, this isn't the dream team. Don't get it twisted with the NBAs, right? With Jordan and Bird. We're not talking dream team. We're talking dream roster for Alabama. So you want that, when you're hitting that driver, I like to put it up to my front foot And right now I'm just going for contact, right? And you're gonna swing down on the ball, not outside, down. All right, that cut a little bit. It doesn't take a lot, right, when you're playing golf. So I'm cutting those, so I might stay with my hybrid today. I haven't played in a while. But the basketball team, Aiden Holloway, Mark Sears, Wright So, Grant Nelson, Cliff Amori, my goodness. Like, there we go. How are you gonna play all these guys? Or is it just gonna be like this super fresh team that you can rotate everybody? I don't know. Games you have against Purdue. Did you see they're going to North Dakota? That's where Grant Nelson's from. Alabama going to North Dakota. They're going to be the preseason number one. I think John Rothstein has Alabama as the preseason number one. No surprise. How could they not be? All they were missing last year was a rim protector, and they got it. Cliff Amori, the guy's a monster. I knew Sears was going to come back. Nobody told me, but writing was on the wall for me. I'm cutting those. Not liking the big dog today. So my cover from New